Hello and welcome back to Atom RPG Trudograd. So, since last time there's been a patch. I don't know what it did, but it's definitely a good sign when early access on day 2 you get a patch. That's the kind of thing I like to see. So, we might try and advance the plot a little bit this time, because last time we spent some time playing card games and learning how to play, so this time, let's speak with the person at the bar. Noticing your approach, a handsome dark-haired man lowers his hands from the counter and flashes you a toothy grin. I'm still working on my first drink this evening and I'm already seeing angels. Or more precisely, just one angel. Well, I just wanted to ask some questions. You must be clairvoyant too, because I wanted to learn more about you as well. My name's Julian. And how may I address my wonderful guest? Okay, Julian. My name is Irina. Oh, wait. Oh, we can lie. I see. My name's Irina. Oh, Irina. Such a beautiful name and perfectly fitting such a beautiful lady. Tell me, Irina, which city lost its sunshine when you decided to leave it for a gloomy Trudograd? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Julian silences you with a sudden gesture and looks around to make sure no one is eavesdropping. Not a word. We have to be discreet. Frankly, I was entirely honest with you when I introduced myself. My full name is Julian X. I'm an intelligence agent from the Ion organization. Let's use our speechcraft. I won't be offended if you tell me it's a fictional organization. Either Julian isn't lying or he's simply too good at it. He sighs heavily and shakes his head. I wouldn't lie about this. Many in Trudograd are against our goal, which is to restore the supremacy of good and the pre-war way of life. And if I was lying, I would behave differently. I wouldn't be restrained by the cursed rule that chained my heart before I was sent out on this mission. You see, by order of the Ion High Command, I am forbidden to love. You know what? Let's just go, no way, really? That's terrible. It is, but the moment I saw you, I decided to forswear the tenets of my order's elders. Wait, what order? You said you were from an organization. Of course, the organization, Ion. I should be able to remember the name of the place where I grew up by now. It was a stupid slip of tongue, but my words were sincere. I would endure any punishment for a night with you, forswear any unjust regulation. Well, charming. What are we waiting for? Let's go to my room. Are you serious? Wow. Nah, I'm just kidding. Bye. Okay, well. That was interesting. Hello. You come to the hotel owner, who's busy at the bar. Yesterday you were too tired to talk to him much, but now that you're so well rested, why not? The man smiles at you and says in an obsequious tone, "Hello, miss. How did you sleep? I hope the bedbugs didn't bite." Well, bedbugs, please. Not even last night's storm could wake me. Amazing. But if you feel some unpleasant itching, don't feel bad about reporting it to me. We in Trudograd value our hospitality beyond anything else. Seems like the innkeeper wants to add something to that, but he suddenly smacks himself on the forehead as if remembering something much more important. Yes, don't worry about the bedbugs at all. Now, let me warn you about something really important. Last night, when you went to have your rest, a certain fellow asked questions about you. Let's try and be nonchalant. So? I don't know. He was asking whether I knew you. I told him you were here for the first time ever. I think he was just attracted by your looks and equipment. Experienced adventurers are quite the sight to us simpletons. A rare sight, too. Can you tell me where the guy is now? Afraid not. I saw him a couple times in the outskirts, but I'm afraid he doesn't come here often. Okay. Was he spying on me? Where did he come from? He was sitting at one of the tables when you came in yesterday. Such a sneaky fellow. Told me to call him Pencil. I believe that's not his real name, though. Oh, no way. You think his real name isn't Pencil? Shocker. Well, thanks for the warning, I guess. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure he was just an inquisitive citizen. Let's change the subject. Would you like food, or drink, or maybe one of our amazing souvenirs? What souvenirs? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm selling these medallions with views of our fair city engraved into metal. It's an amazing way to show that Trudograd really is the capital city of the Waste. Now, I only have a few left, but soon another collection will be for sale. Where did you get these things? Make them yourself? Oh no, I buy them from local craftsmen. Around the city there are numerous villages filled with handymen. I make the orders to support the local professionals. Notice a few strange pauses in the tale of the innkeeper. That's not the whole story, right? Well, yes, I'm guilty. I'm buying the medallions at a very low price. But without tricking the villagers, there won't be any profits, and thus no new orders, so it benefits everyone. Would you look at that? Well, do they sell well? Like hotcakes, friend. Trudograd is a notoriously civilized city. Everyone wants to have a keepsake of it when they leave. Cool gig. Hey, could we change the subject? The client's wish is my command. I have some questions for you. Yes, I'm listening. What can you tell me about Trudograd? Oh, it's a nice enough city. No authorities ever barge in and stop people from pursuing business opportunities. And you know why? Because our leaders are successful businessmen themselves. Even the city police, if you trust the rumors, is a commercial entity. Isn't that grand? Ah, widespread corruption. I got it. Well, we'll just go. Sounds very pleasant indeed. Right, imagine if we had anarchy in Trudograd. If anyone, and I say anyone, attempted to fight this status quo, it would have been so disrespectful. Everyone like that must be punished as hard as in any totalitarian society, which we're not. Okay, I get the hint. Tell me about the hotel. I've only owned this place for 2 years. Before I shared ownership with my uncle, I constantly asked two things from him: to up the salary of Ludka 1.5, his waitress, and to install a lightning trap on the roof. Or a lightning trap on the roof. As a result, Ludka ditched her job and left for Dead City, and the inn was struck with a lightning strike. One must not speak ill of the dead, so I won't tell you what I think about my poor uncle's management skills. The new building, I had to build my own, including the cellar. I still owe money to some of the help. Okay, could you give me some advice? In Trudograd, people judge others by their looks, or by their manners, and in critical situations by their smell, so I advise you use perfume from time to time. Not that I'm saying that you need to do it. You're a pleasantly smelling person, but just in case. Heard any rumors? One guy told me that soon they will show that movie in Trudograd. You know what I'm talking about, right? The movie folks made down south. You never heard about it? Okay. Got anything else? Some gossip that part of the mutant monsters one gets to meet in Trudograd escaped the burned down lab of Professor Vodkin, the crazed genius. Too bad that asshole left the city as soon as people started suspecting him of gene splicing. Folks should have burned him with the lab, God forgive. Okay, I'm gonna take my leave. Oh, I'm sorry, could you stay a while and listen? Yeah, what is it? Thing is, seems like a very precious book got lost in one of the rooms. A surrealistic novel that I write. I know it's foolish, but I'm an aspiring author. Please, don't make a note of it or anything, but if you stumble upon the book by accident, I'd be very grateful. I'll reward you too. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, cool. Oh, it tells you who they are when you hover over them. Ah, but I guess you have to speak with them once and learn their name for that to happen. Let's speak with the cook. Sing something unintelligible. Well, you know, what did I expect? So I guess that gives us rain to look in the other rooms. Or free reign. Ooh, what have we got here? Climate of Trudograd. We got a glass thing. I never checked what that guy had to sell. Ooh, rubles and a rope. Well, you never know when these might come in handy. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Right, let's read the book. Climate of Trudograd, a small book which, according to a brief reference on the title page, was printed by order of the city government. Use. Before the war, Trudograd's climate was mild, with very little rainfall and a high rate of evaporation. East, southeasterly and northeasterly winds were very common, with quite arid winds in some summer months. This type of climate was common to semi-arid desert zones. After the war, the city's humidity increased exponentially. This was most probably due to excess flooding and the transformation of riverside lands to swamp. The exact reasons behind this change are unknown. At the moment, climate in the city outskirts is continental, with hot summers, average of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius in mid-June, with a maximum recorded temperatures of 50 degrees Celsius. That is really hot. Like, that is super hot. Okay. And long, cold winters, -1 or -2 degrees C in mid-January on average, with the lowest recorded temperatures of -20 degrees C. As an insane range between -20 and 50. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah, wait a sec. Yeah, that is an insane range. 25 to 30 is normal, right? For like a hot, if it's a, you know, a kind of hot area. Or you know what I mean? Like it's kind of reasonable. Like 50 is just right out there. -20, again, it's not actually that far out. Trudograd scientists remain vigilant and carefully track all available climate data. They're also developing new ways of controlling the weather in the region. Yeah, okay. So, weather's gone a bit wild, is what I'm hearing here. Right, we'll let ourselves in here. Hopefully that wasn't his novel. Can I close it behind me? Yeah, that just makes me feel better. Right, in here? What have we got? Super glue. Yeah, okay. Electrical tape. And some forks. Sure. I'm totally going to sell these to the hotel owner, by the way, if that's an option. Just be like, hey, I found your fork. I'm going to sell it back to you. Sounds like a good idea to me. Right. Open up. It's locked. Unlock. Fail. Do you reckon it's just a do you reckon it's got a roll behind it, or do you reckon it's just try and if you have the right value it fails or passes? Can I information it? You see. Door. Okay, I'm going to say that that's probably locked then. What about this one? Hello. Stop bothering me. Okay. Well, you know, if you say so. Wait, actually this is a good point to try something. Now, I really hope this is quick save. Yes, right. Is she mad that I do this? Waste paper, we'll have that. Flash suppressor. Sure. And some 9mm rounds. Done. Oh, she's not mad. Oh, okay, cool. What about him? In front of you sits a well-dressed fellow with many rings and a heavy gold or possibly polished copper chain. He looks you up and down, clicks his tongue and gestures at his nearby woman. I'm not currently hiring, sweet cheeks. What's that supposed to mean? Who do you think I am? The man smirks as he looks you over a second time and raises his hands in apology. Sorry, I thought you were looking for work. The fact of the matter is, I'm a pimp. Dandelion the pimp is what they call me. Nice to meet you, etc. I'm not going to say the first one. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions first. You seem like a nice enough girl, but I ain't going to impress the people of Trudograd. I suggest you dab a little perfume behind your ears before talking to them. Alright, joking aside, what do you want to know? What can you tell me about Trudograd? Let me tell you. This world is a cold and hostile place. and the amount of metaphorical firewood needed to keep everyone safe and warm is limited. Trudograd has the biggest bonfire in the region, keeps all of the Trudogradians happy. But keep in mind, everybody loves a bonfire, especially those who get the short end of the stick. And your point is? That people quickly get accustomed to the easy living here. They tend to forget how they used to fight over things like food and clean water, and take things by force from anyone weaker. And if you ever start to get a bit too comfortable, you might end up in a ditch trying to breathe through a brand new slit in your neck. Oh, okay, I'm exploring employment opportunities. Well, in that case, you come to the right place. Don't worry, the task at hand is unconnected to my main area of work. So, are you interested, baby? Sure, why not? What's the task? This clown, Valerian Tulipov, owes me 500, make that 700 including interest, rubles. That's a lot of moolah. He was supposed to pay me back today, but unsurprisingly the slimy fuck disappeared, so I'm starting to get a little concerned. His wife might know where he is. Her address is 9 Kolotushkin Street. All my usual enforcers are busy right now, that's why I'm outsourcing this project to an expert freelancer. You, don't blush, baby, I can tell you're a seasoned adventurer. What can you tell me about Valerian? He's your average Trudogradian knuckle-dragger. Back when the famine stalked these streets, the city organized food runs, so-called expeditions. Valerian used to go out with the crew, that's why the city pays him a pension. He survives on government handouts and the money he stole during his years on the job. Alright, so how come he owes money to a pimp? He has a weakness for the ladies. Or perhaps, on the contrary, he's extraordinarily strong. Depends on your point of view. The guy stops by here every now and again. My prices are quite reasonable, especially compared to the official brothel. There's an official brothel? Anyway, moving on. Okay, what else should I know about him? What else? Yes, it's coming back to me now. Curious coincidence. Some rough cats were passing through here a while ago. One of my girls mentioned they were asking about Valerian. Didn't think much of it, figured they must be friends of his, but maybe it's not that simple. What else did she say? Who was looking for him? Oh, I don't know. According to her, they had a northern accent, but were still polite. That's a rarity in this day and age. In any case, the only lead that we have is Tulipov's wife, Ruta. Go talk to her at their house on Kulatushkin Street. It's an easy job, and of course I'll pay you for your time. Do your girls get a lot of clients here? They get enough. A lot of travelers, traders, other decent folk come to the city. My beauties help them relax. Care to share some juicy gossip with me? Well, there's a rumour in certain circles that the owner of this hotel is into some shady stuff. I try not to think about it too much. After all, who isn't involved in so-called shady dealings these days? Can we change the subject? As you wish. I want to talk about the services you provide. Oh ho ho ho! Madame is looking for adventure. To our hotel guests I offer my two finest employees, Rose and Violet. They're great girls, very customer orientated. Violet charges 400 rubles, Rose 3. However, if dudes are your thing, or you're into fetishes, I recommend the brothel in the port. I don't want to advertise for my competitors or anything, but they do have better variety. However, they also charge more. Why did you choose flower names for everyone? Is it some kind of marketing gimmick? The man looks perplexed. Pardon? The girls were born with those names. The story of my nickname shall remain a mystery. Forget it. I should get going. Yep. Alright, well, see you later. What about in here? What have we got? We have a cabinet with a Svinchakta, a variant on the old school brass knuckles. Okay, we'll have those. Cool. While we're here as well, I do have a gun, and I felt like I should probably equip a gun, right? Which one does more? So this is 5 to 12, this is 7 to 13. So I think this is better. And then I have a flash suppressor. Can I, how do I equip that to a gun? Not by doing that. Okay, you know what? We'll just have the gun. That's fine. Don't see the book yet, but that's okay. I'm assuming that this quest is made to get us to explore the hotel, as in the book one. So that's why I'm doing it, but we'll see. Oh, nothing in that one. Don't see anything immediately. Might need to change my angle, but we'll see. Right, in here, I'm just going to close this one as well. We have the radio. Okay, doesn't seem to do anything. Bookcase. Waste paper. Well, we'll take it. Why not take everything right now, you know? Right, so we got a compact cassette. The production of compact cassettes in the USSR began in the early 1960s in Tallinn. Okay. Can we play this somehow? Nothing we can do with it. Is that a cassette player? I think it's a radio. No, I'm fairly certain that's a radio. Okay, this one. We have ciggies, waste paper, and a fire extinguisher. Well, I mean, what were we going to do if there was a fire? You know? We were just going to be screwed, basically. But now we have a fire extinguisher. And here, magnifying glass plus 3 to tinkering. Another compact cassette and some wires. Oh, just amazing. What could we do with those wires? So how do I... Oh, you can, if you equip it, then you can have increased to tinkering while you have it equipped. I see. Well, we'll head in here. What else have we got in here? Another chest of drawers. Okay, we'll have that. Or bedside table, I should say. Right, over here. Hey, some shotgun rounds. Not really that useful without a shotgun, but hey. Maybe there's a shotgun in here. There's toilet paper, the most valuable commodity in the wastes, and pre-war cognac. Okay. Well, we didn't find what we're looking for. If I had to guess where it is, I'd say it's probably in the room we can't access. That would seem like a likely situation. Okay, well, let's leave the hotel and maybe try somewhere else. Well, I mean, I haven't looked in here yet. I don't think it's going to be in there. Let's leave the hotel. Yeah. We've gone outside. Okay. Hello, who are you? The mysterious grey-haired man is skillfully juggling an entire deck of cards in the air. The trick is so beautifully executed that it leaves you stunned for at least half a minute. As you come closer, the magician shoots you a piercing look, quickly assembles his cards into a deck, then, without looking, draws 4 of them. He shows you they're all 10s and pats his pocket. The mute trickster is clearly telling you he'll show you a special trick for 40 rubles. Hello, could you answer a couple of questions for me? The magician pulls a deck of cards from his pocket and hands it to you. As an experienced gambler, your natural response is to shuffle it in the most elegant fashion you know. The mystery man takes the cards back and nods. He recognized your talent and is willing to communicate with you. What is your name, mister? The man pulls out a dark blue business card decorated with gold stars and crescent moons. He taps his finger on an inscription. Amadeus Teleroff, silent maestro of mysticism. Okay, why aren't you talking? The man grins and raises his hands in a gesture of comical surprise, then he winks at you. Apparently his answer means something like, to seem more mystical to my audience. Okay, what can you tell me about Trudograd? He turns out his pockets, rolls his eyes back, and sticks out his tongue as if dead. He's probably saying that life in the city is so expensive that one could starve to death. Okay, heard any good gossip? Man points to the huts next to the market, crooks 2 fingers at his forehead like horns, acts scared, and finally shrugs. Maybe he's saying that someone lives in the dugouts, has an unfaithful wife, or perhaps some horned creature is tormenting one of its inhabitants. Alright, let's change the subject. Show me a trick, please. As calmly as Buddha himself, the magician shuffles the deck and gestures you to pick a card. You draw a jack of clubs. As you return the deck, he tears your card into pieces and throws them up into the air. Then, the street artist gestures with a magic wand, squints and gestures for you to look behind your back. By the 9 hells! With a feeling of respect and find a card, you take the card completely in awe, and you find that it's a jack of clubs. Well, that is a fascinating trick. Alright, I gotta run. Okay, who's this? As you turn to leave, a fat man who's been watching the performance from afar runs up to you. He puts his arm around you and pulls you aside, eyeing the performer suspiciously. Hey, listen, help an inspiring magician out. Okay, how can I help? This is about Amadeus Telerov, the one whose trick you just paid to see. I've been watching him for God knows how long, trying to figure out the secret to his signature trick, the one he calls the infant regalia. I'm going to listen quietly. This Telerov is a weird guy. You're only allowed to watch him perform this trick once. That's his rule. I saw it myself, but I don't understand how he does it. I didn't quite get the very last part, but maybe you can. I'll give you 100 rubles. That's how much it costs to see this trick. Then tell me what you saw. Why do you need me to do that? Card tricks and sleight of hand are my passion. I even left my job to become a famous magician. The problem is, though I know a lot of the secrets of the trade, none of them are going to make me famous. If I knew how to perform the infant regalia, then I could get hired anywhere. Come on, do it. Here's the money. Alright, fine. Here's 100. I'll pay you another 100 or even more when you tell me what his secret is. Remember, ask Amadeus to show you the trick called the infant regalia. Then all you have to do is figure out how he does it, and then I, the great Arthur Penkin, will become the real master of magic. Okay. Amadeus? Show me your famous trick, the so-called infant regalia.
The man takes your money and with a smile rubs his hands together as if anticipating your reaction to his magnificent trick. He takes off his coat to reveal a thin white shirt, probably to show you that he has nothing hidden up his sleeves. He passes you the coat and you tuck it under your left arm. Then the magician shows you a sealed deck of cards and points at your forehead as if asking you to imagine a card. Any card. The card you imagine is an ace of spades. Amadeus then takes 2 more decks from his pants pocket, opens all 3, mixes all the cards together, and starts shuffling them in the most entertaining and skillful of ways.
Okay, let's closely observe his technique.
No matter how hard you focus, the entertainer's motions are too quick to follow. Perhaps Telerov's masterful trick can only be understood by another professional magician.
You're pretty good, but could you slow it down for me?
The magician laughs at your words, all the while shuttling the cards from hand to hand in a blur. With inhuman dexterity, he throws the cards into the air and catches them one by one, or drops them in a cascade into a hand behind his back. He spits cards from his mouth, pulls them from his pants, from behind your ears, from your boots, and even from your nostrils. In the midst of this card storm, a loud cackling sounds from somewhere above. A huge raven flies down from the cloudy sky, clutching yet another card in his black beak. With a raucous caw, the bird spits it out, and it falls directly into the magician's outstretched palm. He smugly displays the card, and it's an ace of diamonds. Unfortunately, not the card you imagined.
Top juggling skills, really fancy work, but that's not the card I was thinking of.
The seemingly devastated magician stares sheepishly down at his feet, hides the ace of diamonds, and gestures for you to return his coat. You try to do just that, but the very blood freezes in your veins as you realize you no longer are holding the man's coat. Instead, there's a pile of loose cards pinned under your arm. As you raise your hands in amazement, they all drop to the ground, face up. Every card in that pile is an ace of spades.
How did you do that?
You try to speak, but instead choke and cough up an ace of spades, which somehow got into your mouth. You give a shudder and a huge stack of cards atop your head drops with a flutter at your feet. Of course, all of these cards is an ace of spades too. You indistinctly jump back as the cards burst into flames for no reason whatsoever. The flames die as quickly as they flared up, leaving nothing but ashes. Shocked to your core, you look frightfully up at the magician, only to notice that he's wearing his coat, as if he had never taken it off in the first place.
Hey, that's quite the trick, but why is it called an infant regalia?
Amadeus Telerov shrugs his shoulders, as if there's no answer to your question, but his sly eyes are shining like gemstones in the reddish light of the morning star.
Okay, thanks for the show, I'm gonna go now. Alright, I think we failed horribly, but let's go speak to this guy. Rubbing his hands and licking his lips, Arthur Penkin continues to stare at the magician. He nods at you without taking his eyes off the show. I watched him perform the trick, but I can't understand how he did it. Penkin lets out a loud moan and buries his face in his hands. I've heard the same answer before from at least 20 other people I hired, just like you, squandering my last kopecks. What the hell is it about this trick? Is it impossible to crack? I'm going to ask him myself. I'm sick of waiting. If he's willing to explain it to me, great. If not, so be it. Alrighty then. Let's see what he does. Hey, Teleroff, can you hear me? Over here. What's your secret? How do you do it? What you do? You gonna say anything? Oh, he's mute, of course. ... Tell me. Your name isn't Teleroff for nothing. Don't be so selfish. I want to be successful like you. I want to be your apprentice. ... Why are you not responding? I'll cut you in for a percentage of every show I do. Just tell me your secret. ... Can you hear me? Come on. Why are you ignoring me? Can't you even spare me a single kind word? ... I'm warning you, I will kick your ass if you don't answer me. ... Oh, he stopped playing around. He's turned around. He's mad. That's it. Just remember, you asked for this. What's about to happen is entirely your fault. What the hell? Where did he go? What just happened? Hey, where did he go? How? Amazing Comrade Teleroff's latest trick. Hello. Okay. Well. That was weird. And with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.